Okay. As you can find here in this one, he said, what is the main idea of the text? You know that the main idea, we depend completely on the first sentence and last sentence. Unfortunately, that this way is not gonna be used in the poetry. Why? Because in the poetry, we don't have complete sentences. We have lines and stanzas. So this is the problem. But I'm gonna just solve it with my way. I'm gonna take the first line or the first sentence. But as you know, that there are no sentences in the poem, and the last one. He said, weary with toil, means tired from the hard work. I hurry to my bed. And the last one, he said, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide. So he want to sleep, but he keep his eyes open. Okay, let's depend on that one to find the answer. The speaker is asleep and dreaming about traveling to see the friend. I don't see that he talk about his friend, whether in the first or in the last. But the speaker is asleep. He said that he keep my drooping eyelids open wide. And he said dreaming. No, he's not dreaming. He opened his eyes. He end with opening his eyes, drooping. Eyelids open wide. So how dreaming? The speaker is planning an upcoming trip to the friend's house. Uh, I didn't know that he's planning for a trip or not. He doesn't mention anything in the first and the last about his friends. The speaker is too fatigued, too tired to continue a discussion with a friend. Again, a friend. Okay, if he's fatigued or if he's tired to continue discussion, he said that he keep his own drooping eyelids open. And he doesn't talk about any kind of discussion. I'm not sure about that, so I'm not gonna refute it. The last one. The speaker is thinking about the friend. Again, friend. Instead of immediately falling asleep. Yes, he didn't fall asleep. He didn't. This part is right. But also about his friend. So because of that, I have to read the whole thing to know which answer is right. A is completely wrong. Now I'm between B, C, and D. He said the following text is adapted from William Shakespeare 1609 poem, Sonnet 27. The poem is addressed to a close friend as if he were physically present. That means he is not present. He is not present. Why? Because he used the phrase of if he were. We use this phrase because we know that he must come with it was. We use this phrase only in one case, that it couldn't happen at all. So he is not present. He is not present. So because of that, as we said, we're going to read the whole thing. Weary with toil, I hurry to my bed. The deer repose for lambs with travel tired. But then begins a journey in my head. What the journey? That he is thinking about his friend, talking to his friend, that he is not physically present. To work my mind when body's work expired. For then my thought from far where I abide begin a zealous pilgrimage to thee, to you. The here means to you, and keep my drooping eyelids open wide. So let's go now to the rest of the things here. He said the speaker is planning an upcoming trip. No, he's talking to his friend that he is not physically present. The speaker is too fatigued to continue discussion with a friend. No, he didn't say that he's tired to continue discussion. Actually, in the introduction, he said that he is gonna just talk to him, address him. So he's not. So the answer is D. The speaker is thinking about the friend, instead of immediately falling asleep. Okay. Let's continue again with the time frame. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Question 10. I got it from Zechariah. Take care. This is a detailed question. I got it from Muhammad Zakaria. I got it from Noor. I got it from Ram, from Baha, from Abdul Munam, from Haifa, from Zidan, from Nuran. Okay. Some people are not answering. He said here, based on the text, how does the Lord Chancellor respond to the ground? Based on the text, how does the Lord Chancellor respond to the crowd? Okay, let's find. This is a detailed question. We have to read the whole thing to find how we respond to the crowd. The following text is adapted from Lewis Carroll's 1889 satirical novel, Sylvie and Burnham. A crowd has gathered outside a room belonging to the warden. Warden means the guard. An official, and now he told us the positive, an official who reports to the Lord Chancellor. One man who was more excited than the rest flung his head high into the air and shouted, as well as I could make it out, "Hurrah for the sub-warden!" Everybody roared, but whether it was for the sub-warden or not didn't clearly appear. Some were shouting bread and some taxes, but no one seemed to know what it was they really wanted. All this I saw, the narrator, from the open window of the warden's breakfast salon, looking across the shoulder of the Lord Chancellor. What can it all mean? Who said that? The Lord Chancellor. What can it all mean? He kept repeating to himself, I never heard. He is also repeating. He is the Chancellor that we said that. I never heard such shouting before. And this time on the morning, too. And with such unanimity. Unanimity here means agreement. So that the answer for the Chancellor, for the crowd. Okay, let's find A. He asked about the meaning of the crowd shouting. Yeah, he said, what can it tell all mean? Even though he claims to know what the crowd wants? No, because here, the first part is right. But the second part, he said, even though he claims to know what the crowd wants, here he said, but no one seemed to know what it was they really wanted. So the second part is wrong. He indicates a desire to speak to the crowd? No, he spoke to himself. He spoke to himself. Even though the crowd has asked to speak to the subwarden? No. The first part is wrong. He expresses sympathy for the crowd's demands? No, he didn't show any sympathy. He just asked those questions. Even though the crowd shouting annoys him, even annoys him wasn't mentioned. He described the crowd as being united. Yes, they agree. Unanimity. They agree in the shouting. Even though the crowd clearly appears otherwise. Yes, because one said bread, others said taxes, so they don't know what they wanted. So the answer is D. Again with the time. Question number 11, literary. Literary. Start. I got from Yasin the answer. From Muhammad Zakaria. From Baha. No, I'm not going to say right or wrong, Yasin. From Abdul Munam. From Noor. From Ram. From Zakaria. From Saad. From Zidane. Where is Haifa? From Nuran. Take care of the time. Okay, done. Let's find which quotation from all pioneers most effectively illustrate the claim. What this skill teacher? This is literary. Don't look at the introduction. Look at the claim. Take care. This kind of question sometimes it's going to tell you support the claim or weaken the claim or illustrate the claim. In the novel, Cather portrays Alexandra. Cather describes Alexandra Bergen as having a deep emotional connection. Deep emotional connection to her natural surroundings. Deep emotional connection to her natural surroundings. Okay, let's find. She had never known before how much the country, this natural surrounding, meant to her. But I need emotion, feeling. The chirping of the insects down in the long grass had been like the sweetest music. The chirping of the insects. For her, she feels that it's like sweetest music. Yes, it's a deep emotional connection to the natural surrounding. She had felt as if her heart, emotion, the source of emotion, were hiding down there somewhere with the quail and the plover and all the little wild things that crooned or buzzed in the sun. Under the long shaggy ridges, she felt the future stirring. Yes, this show a kind of connection, a kind of emotional connection to the natural surrounding. But we're going to look at the rest. Alexandra talked to the men about their crops and to the women about their poultry. She spent the whole day with one young farmer who had been away at school and who was experimenting with a new kind of clover hay. She learned a great deal. Nothing here talk about emotion. Nothing. She talked about her way of working, her way of acquiring information. Alexandra drove off alone. The rattle of her wagon was lost in the howling of the wind, but her lantern, held firmly between her feet, made a moving point of light along the highway, going deeper and deeper into the dark country. Okay, now he's describing an action that happened. No emotional connection. It was Alexandra who read the papers and followed the markets and who learned by the mistakes of their neighbors. It was Alexandra who could always tell about what it had cost to fatten each steer and who could guess the weight of a hog before it went on the scales closer than John Bergson, her father himself. Again, nothing talk about emotional connection. So the answer is A. I think all of you got it right. Let's go back again on the question after. Quantitative. Start. I got it from Muhammad Zakaria. I got it from Abdul Munam. I got it from Yasin. I got it from Haifa. I got it from Baha. From Zakaria. From Noor. From Zidane. From Nuran. Zidane changed his answer. From Ram. From Saad. From Zidane again. Okay. Let's find the answer for this one. I know that the time, even for the teacher, I'm not going to just deceive you. We need more time. Because of that, I'm just let you acknowledging or knowing how to manage your time. We're going to start again from background. We're going to start back from the end of the question till the beginning. Just to use our time wisely. Okay, let's find. Here he said, which choice best describe data from the table that support the researcher claim? Okay, again, don't forget that the quantitative is one of the sub-scale for evidence. It can say support, it can be weaken, or it can be complete the example. The easiest is complete the example. Hardest, support, or weaken. So this one of the hardest. So you want to support the researcher claim. Where is the claim? I want to find the claim. That's the main thing for me. Where is the claim? I need the word claim here. I want to support this by data from the graph. Thus, they claim that two languages. I need two languages. So don't talk about one. Don't choose an answer that has one. I need two. With very different spoken rates. So the rate must be different for these two languages. Can nonetheless convey the same amount of information. So here, same for the two languages. In a given amount of time. Okay, so I need now two languages that here different and here the same. I think if we're going to look at the schedule, we can know them without return back here. Like, if we need the same, I think these are the same. And I think these are near to each other. Find here, they are different or not. Here are different. And here also are different. So it can be between these two or these two. Let's find. Among the 5 languages in the table, Thai, okay, Thai, and Hungarian, okay, have the lowest rate of speech. Lowest rates of speech, that's right, they have the lowest. They have the lowest rate of speech. Let me find. Is both of them the lowest? No. Vietnamese is the lowest. Lower than Hungarian. No. This is wrong for Hungarian. From the beginning, A is wrong. Vietnamese convey information at approximately the same rate as Spanish. Yes. the same rate. Information, the same rate. Despite being spoken at slower rate. Yes, they are speaking at slower rate, different rate. And this is what we want. Different rate, but the same information. B till now is right. Let's find C. Among the 5 languages in the table, the language that is spoken the fastest is also language that convey information the fastest. Wait. I'm talking about 2 languages, not 1 language. Not 1 language. Serbian, okay, and Spanish. Actually, it's not from our choice, but let's continue. Are spoken approximately at the same rate. Spoken at the same rate? Yes, they are spoken nearly at the same rate. But sorry, I need different, not the same. I need different, not the same. I need different for the rate, not the same. So the answer is B. Again, for question number 13. Let's start. Scientific. The hardest I got from Zidane, I got from Beha, I got from Mohamed Zakaria, from Zakaria, from Noor, from Yassine, from Zakaria change, from Ram, from Haifa, okay, Nuran. Let's find. Again, which finding from the research study of True would most strongly support their claim? Again, I need the claim. Where is the claim? Where is the claim? Claim here. Only I want to support this. Keltner, along with Paul K. Peth, Paya Dice, and colleagues, claims to have found evidence for this effect. What is this effect? This is the problem. In a recent study where participants were asked to either gaze up, look at exceptionally tall trees in a nearby group, reported to be a universally awe-inspiring experience. Take care. So when they look up at tall trees, it was an awe-inspiring experience. Or stare at the exterior outside of a nearby nondescript building. What do you mean nondescript building? Means featureless, no color, no nice building, no architecture. Okay. The only thing that I know that when they graze up at the tall trees, it's something good. I don't know about the nondescript, what will happen to them. But because this effect, I have to read up. Psychologist Datcher Kittler and Jonathan Haddon have argued that experiencing, the one when they look at the tall trees, a sensation of reference and wonder typically brought on by perceiving something grand or wonderful. Okay, so tall trees, something positive. can enable us to feel more connected to others. When you have to look to make that, you're going to feel more connected to others and thereby inspire us to more altruistically. It's something that's going to be useful for us when we are doing something like that. Or we can just let the people get merits from that thing. Okay, that's fine. Which part? Here I want to find only. After 1 minute, an experimental deliberator spilled the box of pins nearby. Because he do graze up, so he collect all the pins in 1 minute. Okay, let's find. A. Participant who had been looking at the trees, something that is positive, helped the experimenter, the one that is down, pick up significantly more pins than did participant who had been looking at the building. Yes, because this is positive. It will make people feel more concentrated, and also it's going to be useful for them. Because of that, the man that look or graze up, the experimenter that look up the tall trees, he collect all the pins quickly. Yeah, maybe A. I'm looking at B. Participant who helped the experimenter pick up the pins used a greater number of positive words. We never talk about positive words. And we never said that participant helped the experimenter. To describe the trees, we don't need to describe the trees. Only trees, a kind of action that they look at. C. Participant who didn't help the experimenter pick up the pins were significantly more likely, he said didn't help, more likely to report having experienced a feeling of, oh no, if they didn't help, mean that they are not connected to others and they are not useful for others. Okay, so how they experience a feeling of, oh. And after he said, regardless of whether they looked at the building or at the tree. No, this actually refutes the whole thing, because the main thing to look at the tree or look at the building. D. Participant who had been looking at the building, this I think it didn't mention anything about it, but he said that the trees is positive, were significantly more likely to notice that the experimental had dropped the pins than were participants who had been looking at the trees. No, the ones that looking at the trees were better. As he mentioned here, I know that he didn't mention anything about the participant that look at the building, but he said that the one that look at the tree will feel more connected to others. So the answer is A. The question after, start, quantitative, easy, complete the example. Omar, I think you arrived to your home, so you can answer now. And I'm not receiving from you anything, Omar, from last time. So if you can write anything on the chat, it's going to be better. I got the answer from Abdul Munam. It's number 14, Abdul Munam. Yes, yes, Omar. I got the answer from Zidane. From Muhammad Zakaria, from Noor, from Baha, from Ram. Okay. From Haifa Nuran. That's fine. From Yasin. Which is most effectively use data from the table to complete the statement? Okay, one of the easiest, whether level 1 or level 2. He said this can be clear. Care of the word most clearly by comparing the employment by sector in both countries. Unfortunately, they have this. So I have to read up to find this what. What can we just find it most clearly or can be seen more clearly compared to employment by sector in both countries? Over the past 200 years, the percentage of the population employed in the agriculture sector has declined. So agriculture sector declined. Where? In both France and the United States. So agriculture in France declined and in US declined. In both France and the United States. While employment in the service sector, which include jobs in retail, consulting, real estate, has risen. Where? It's for sure for France and the United States. So here rising and here rising. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. However, this transition happened at very different rates in the two countries. Okay, let's find which one will mention those polls. He said in 1900, okay, here, and 1950. 1900 and 1950. Okay, I must find now that agriculture in France declined. Yes, declined. And also agriculture in US declined. Yes, declined. Now I need to find that service rising. Yes, from 28 to start to be 35. So it's rising. Service year from 31 to 53. Yes, rising. Thank you. From the first answer, I got it. But I'm going to look at the rest. 1800 and 2012. Okay, let's find. Here 64 become 3. Yes, falling down or decreasing. What about US? 68 become 2. Yes, decreasing. Let's find this. 14 become 76, increasing. 13 become 80. Okay, increasing also. Also, this answer is right. Let me look at it again at it. 64, 3. He said 18 and 2000. 64, 3. 14, 76. Here decrease. Here, no, here increase. I'm sorry. Here decrease and here decrease. 68, 2. Here increase and here increase. Oh my God. Another answer.
مستر هم يحكوا على الريتس.
Yeah, just wait. 1900, 2000. 1900, 2012. 43, 3. Okay, decline. The other one, 41, 2. Decline. Now the increasing. 28, 76. Okay. 31, 80. Increasing. Again, C. 800 and 900. 64, 43, decreasing. 68, 41, decreasing. Here. 14, 28, increasing. 13, 31, increasing. Oh my God. All the answers can be. What do you want to say, Muhammad?
هم يحكوا على الريتس.
على ايه؟
الريتس.
But we're talking about rates here. All of it. But
أيوة
the problem
بس
is قول.
أيوة بس في بلد مثلا تغير، يعني في فرق أكبر بين سنة وسنة وفي فرق أصغر بين سنة وسنة تاني.
برافو. ما هو ده بقى اللي احنا وصلنا ليه الايه؟ Most clearly. This is the only point. All answers can be accepted. But I said here, most clearly, not only in this. And most clearly, it must be with 2 years that after each other and with less time. نقول تاني. كل answers right. But I said most clearly. So I must find the one that after each other with less time. Okay, 900 to 950, it's 50 years. 800, 2000, oh my God, no, this is bigger. 900, 212, bigger. 800, 900, 100 years. Thank you. The answer is A.
الإجابة A.
Look how I answer it with an easy way. He said most clearly. From the beginning, I can know that the answer, because this level 1. From the beginning, can I know that it must be the shortest time span to find out. Don't compare the economic for Egypt for 100 years. No, you have to compare for 10 years or 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. Number 15. Start.
مستر بعت الجواب.
Where? Muhammad Zakaria, yes. I got it from Muhammad Zakaria. The scientific. Haifa, what this answer? Z? It's a new. Okay. I got the answer from Haifa. I got the answer from Omar. Yes, I know. I got the answer from Yassine. I got the answer from Baha, from Zidane, from Abdurrahman, Abdulmunim, I'm sorry, Ram, Zakaria, Noor. I don't know Zidane. Okay, Nuran, you didn't answer this. Saad, where are you? Okay, which finding, if true, would most directly support the claim? Okay, let's find the claim. Yes, I know, Saad. I saw it right now. Where is the claim? Where is the word claim? Anybody can see the word claim? Where the word claim, guys? Anybody can see it, or there is no word claim?
Mr.
For the
Murphy,
last sentence.
last sentence. Some archaeologists have expressed concern.
No, I'm talking about that there is no the word claim, right?
Yeah,
For
there's
the
no.
last sentence.
There's no.
Okay.
He was here last
Yeah,
sentence.
last sentence. The researchers claim.
Take care that the
آخر
claim can
sentence.
be.
The researchers
Just
claim
wait.
that outcome is highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah. Just wait. The researcher claim. Okay, I'm gonna depend on yours. Despite that, I'm gonna choose the first one. Okay. Some archaeologists have expressed concern that they might be replaced by such computer models. Did the claim. So they have expressed concern that they might be replaced by such computer models. But the researcher claimed that outcome, claim here. I didn't see it here. The claim is here. But the researcher claimed that outcome is highly unlikely. Not. This will not happen. This will not happen. Some archaeologists have expressed concern that they might be replaced by such computer models, but the researcher claimed that outcome is highly unlikely, will never happen, that they can be replaced by computer models. But I don't know what the situation is, so I'm going to read up. Many archaeologists will tell you that categorizing the excavated fragment of pottery by style, period, and what object they belong to relies not only on standard criteria, but also on instinct developed over years of practice. In a recent study, however, researchers trained a deep learning computer model on thousands of images of poetry fragments and found that it could categorize them as accurately as a team of expert archaeologists. Okay, thank you. So they are afraid because now the computer do their work. But this will not happen, unlikely. In the research study, the model was able to categorize the poetry fragment much more quickly than the archaeologists could. Okay, but this will weaken the claim. This will weaken the claim. It will not support it. Because actually, they are going to be replaced by computer. So it's not A. In the researchers' study, neither the model nor the archaeologists were able to accurately categorize all the poetry fragments that were presented. How? How they are not accurately? No, he said that the accurate did that. And even he said that the model of computer did that. So this is out of topic. A survey of archaeologists showed that categorizing poetry fragments limits the amount of time. If they work in poetry fragment to categorize them, they will not have time. They can dedicate to other important tasks that only human experts can do it. That right? So this will support. So they cannot be replaced by computer because they have other work that only human experts can do. A survey of archaeologists showed that few of them received dedicated training in how to properly categorize poetry fragment. No, this out of topic. The answer is C. Now, the last question. Start. Inference.
بس انت عملت سكيب ل 16 اتوقع.
Really? Okay, I'm sorry. So let's make it again. Stop, reset, start, 16. Inference 16. I got the answer from Ibrahim. I don't know. From Omar, from Yasin, from Muhammad Zakaria, from Noor. It looks like level 1. Abdul Mun'im, Ram. Nuran, Baha, Haifa, where are you? Okay. From Zidane, from Haifa. Let's find. Most of you answer it right. Which choice most logically completes the text? Let's find which level is this one. Where is the sentence? One possible explanation for this. Oh my God. Take a sentence before. So it's a level 2 or level 3. Although military veterans make up a small proportion, take care of that, of the total population of the United States, they occupy a significantly higher proportion of the jobs in the civilian government. One possible explanation for this disproportionate representation is that military service familiarize people with certain organizational structure. So the people that they work in army, so they know certain organizational structure that are also reflected in the civilian government. So it's better for them to be appointed or hired in the civilian government. Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy means government official. And this familiarity, thus, let's find, makes civilian government job especially appealing to military veterans. Yes, because he said here, they know about certain organizational structure, so reflected in the civilian government, so they are appealing to that work. Alter means a change. The typical relationship between military service and subsequent career preferences, no, we didn't alter, we didn't change anything. Encourage non-veteran, that we never talk about them, but let's continue. Applying for civilian government job to consider military service instead? No. Increase the number of civilian government jobs? We didn't talk about increase or decrease. We talk about the veterans and their relation to the civilian government or to the work in them. That requires some amount of military experience to perform? No, it will not increase. So the answer is A. Last one. Start working on it. Also inference. I got the answer from Zidane. Still, Yasad, still answer this. This is the last question. I got the answer from Zakaria. From Muhammad Zakaria, from Omar Othman, from Noor, from Ram, from Nuran, from Haifa. Where's Baha? From Baha, Muhammad, Ibrahim, Muhammad Midhat, Ibrahim. Okay, we're done. Let's find Bismillah. Which choice most logically complete the text inference? He said these findings suggest, okay, I'm going to take a sentence before. However, sentence before. Coloration. Okay, coloration tends to be especially, I don't know what kind of coloration. So I'm going to take the whole thing, level 3. Birds of many species ingest foods containing carotenoids. What carotenoids? Pigmented molecules that are converted into feather coloration. Okay, so they eat something that it changes their color, the feather color. Coloration tends to be especially saturated in male birds. It's concentrated in male birds' feathers. And because carotenoids also confer health benefits, the deeply saturated colors generally serve to communicate what's known as an honest signal of a bird's overall fitness to potential mates. So if you find the care, it's especially to the male, and if you find the full color for a male, that means that he is able to marry. However, the problem in however, ornithologist Alison J. Charles and others have found that males in several species of the tanager genus Rhamphochelys use microstructures in their feathers to manipulate light. So only, however, only the male of those kind of birds, they use microstructure to manipulate light, creating the appearance of deeper saturation without the birds necessarily having to maintain a carotenoid-rich diet. So they are not eating, they are not fit. These finds suggest that, so are talking mainly about tanager, this kind of birds. Individual male tanager can engage in honest signaling. How honest? How honest? Those people are not eating kryptonite to reflect light. They use micro structure to reflect, so they are deceiving. They are
منافقين
deceiving.
يا مستر،
I'm sorry?
منافقين هدول.
Oh, yeah. So they are deceiving. Okay, even he said without relying on kryptonite consumption. بيخدعكم هو دلوقتي. يعني هو حط لكم هو they don't rely on, but they are not honest. Because he said here that this kind of color show that this male is able to mate, to marry. No. Feather microstructure may be less effective than deeply saturated feather for signaling overall fitness. Okay, just wait. He doesn't tell us anything about that it's effective, more effective or less effective. He said only that the one that has more color will be able to mate. But he didn't tell us anything about the bird that used microstructure. So also you want to deceive us? Scientists have yet to determine why teenagers have a preference for mates with colorful appearance. He didn't say that they have preference for mates with colorful appearance. He didn't say that. A male teenager appearance may function as a dishonest signal of the individual overall fitness. Yes, it's dishonest because they use microstructure. Yes, they are dishonest according to what mentioned up. So the answer is D. Okay, we are done for this one. Again, if we have a session tomorrow, I'm gonna inform you in the morning. Okay? Another thing, I'm gonna send for you the annotation for this one. Kindly, and the record. Kindly look at it, try to solve it again. I'm gonna send for you the paper without annotation, the paper with annotation. Try to solve it again, and with time, just to be trained on how to manage your time. Thank you. If we have a session tomorrow, I'm gonna send for you. Goodbye.
يا مستر عندي سؤال.
Goodbye.
Yes, زكريا.
لو انا بعت لك الجواب وبعدين رجعت قرأت الخيارات وعرفت انه جوابي غلط والوقت لسه ما خلص، عادي اغيره؟
عادي، انا ما بتكلمش على ده دلوقتي. اهم حاجه احنا بنتدرب للامتحان يا زكريا، محمد زكريا. اوكي.
تمام. ايوه
أوكي.
تمام. فكرت مجرد اعمل سبميت، لا خلاص سبميت ما في
لا
تغيير.
لا، انا حتى ما بقولش مين جايب غلط ومين جايب صح.
ايوه بعرف، بس يعني انا عمون من منظوري انا.
اوكي، لا مظبوط. يلا جود
طبعا
باي.
مستر.
باي.
هي الحصة